Welcome back to the Mindblow Show, where every month we do a themed tier list. This month we have 10 crypto games we're going to be ranking from best to worst, or, well, from worst to best, in no particular order, really. Some games you've heard about before, some are brand new, never mentioned before on this channel, but before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen... Okay, scratch that. This is a quick reminder that I have not even been invited to the show where they're going to be giving out awards for the best crypto content creators or best crypto gaming content creators out there. So let's do something about it, as there's only 30,000 subscribers left for us to hit 100,000. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and let's show them that they made the mistake not inviting the inspector. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's get the show on the road. Squeaky bike, squeaky bike. We're starting at the S tier with games that I love and games that I play. We have the A tier here, which is games I'm excited about. Neutral tier for games I'm unsure of. We have the D tier for games I'm not excited about. And the Rect tier, which is just crypto games which are terrible in my opinion. And we're starting off with Crypto Force. This is a game I found on playtoearn.net, going up in the social charts and people are talking about it, so I figured, let's see what this is all about. It's still in development. I don't really like having games still in development on here, because most of the time they cannot reach the S tier. They can maybe reach the A tier if I'm really excited about them, but if it's a game I haven't really tried yet, I cannot put it higher than that. Obviously. Either way, this is a play-to-earn game in its own right, and something I love to see these days is when a game says we are play-to-earn. Many games now, many crypto games don't want to say we're play-to-earn, and they're walking this Web 2 route where, no, we're just a great game, and our earnings, no, what are earnings? No, man, you're a crypto game. Own it. Play to earn. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see a Web 2.5 game. We want to see a Web 3 game. So, right away, this is something I like to see. Play, compete, earn. The gameplay looks pretty nice, and the way it plays is as the difficulty increases, the value of the rewards you're getting will also rise. If you get eliminated in the game, you lose 10% of your experience and your chips that you have acquired throughout playing. There's unique maps, precious potions you can use, and you will receive missions on a broadcast online at specific hours simultaneously. They can be followed from the announcement section in the game, and from there you can play the missions. They have their own COF coin, which is part of their economy, and they have both a PvE and PvP mode, PvE being player versus environment and PvP player versus player. On playtoearn.net here, it says that an NFT is required, or rather will be required in order to play this game, but this is subject to change. Currently, I'm not terribly excited about it. I definitely don't love it and don't play it at the moment, at least. So, for me, Crypto Force is in the neutral category. It's something I'm open to get excited about. Let's call it like that. Moving on to the second game on the list. Off the Grid. Off the Grid will be available for Windows, Mac, Xbox, and PlayStation. NFTs will be optional, not required, and this is a battle royale. Now, this battle royale in particular has been hyped by many Web 2 creators out there like Dr. Disrespect, who has his own game in his own right called Deaddrop, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Now, I love Deaddrop. And Deaddrop is not a regular Web 3 game, it's more Web 2.5, and I mostly talk down on Web 2.5 games, but Deaddrop is different. So, at the expense of sounding like a hypocrite, I really like Deaddrop, but I really do not like Off the Grid. Maybe it's because I haven't played it, maybe I will love it once I do play it. It is still in development at this moment, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really like covering games that are still in development. Now let's talk about Seedify, a project we absolutely love here on the Mindblow Show. It has started as a crypto gaming focused launchpad in the previous bull run, and since then, Seedify launched over 70 projects and raised more than $26 million. Their token, S-Fund, has reached its peak at $350 million market cap. Now, as the crypto gaming space is heating up and getting ready for its next leg up during the bull market, the S-Fund token is also ready to leap to its new heights, as it is a vital part of the crypto gaming ecosystem. Some of their past IDO performances include projects like Blocktopia, which went on to do a 700x since launching on Seedify. And the cool thing about Seedify is that they have a no questions asked 100% refund policy policy. This applies to the whole community, but is only valid during the first 7 days after the token launches. Also, not to forget to talk about Seed World, Seedify's own crypto game, which we've talked about on the channel before, a game we're very much looking forward to on the Mindblow show. At least not for the tier lists, but sometimes I just want to give new information about new games out there, and sometimes I do use the tier lists for that as well. Most of these other games will have a playable model that I will talk about later on in the video, but as for Off the Grid, currently you can put it on your wish list for PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. And other than that, it's a regular battle royal. Look at this in the frequently asked questions. I heard that Off the Grid is an NFT game. Is that true? Off the Grid is not an NFT game. It's a battle royal with an optional NFT element. If you want to try NFTs, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Entirely up to the player. This is what the game looks like either way, as Dr. Disrespect is playing it here. It does look like it's playing pretty well. I would love to get my hands on it and try it out myself. Other than that, it's a Web 2.5 game, and as I said, at the fear of being a hypocrite here, because I will rank that drop much higher, which is also a Web 2.5 game, this is a game I cannot get behind at the moment, at least. Look, at the end of the day, it's also just my personal opinion. For some reason, I'm just not excited at all about this game, and that means that it goes in the D tier. Moving on. Breeding PvP racing game on the Polygon blockchain, available for web, Android, and iOS. NFTs are required in order to play and earn. It is a full Web3 game. It is a full play-to-earn game. Very similar to Axie Infinity, where they also have like a scholarship system where you can use other people's NFTs in order to race your little Pegasus and earn money that way. When the game first came out, it was very popular, and a lot of people were earning a lot of money while playing. Looking from their website, it looks very clean, so why am I so bearish on this game? First of all, they have totally messed up their tokenomics. They have not really rug pulled, or maybe they have, let's see. And even looking at the chart, in 1 year, it's up. But then looking at all-time chart, obviously was 0.8, almost $1 per coin, now being 0.02. Now, of course, we're in the bear market, and the coin has fallen 82%, which is actually not that bad, considering how much some other big market cap altcoins have been falling. I'm just imagining you editing this. I know for a fact you're gonna zoom in on my face as I'm doing this 100%. You in advance. Yeah, that was for my editor. Hope you don't put this part in. Huge theme here. Look at how many people are responsible for this bad of a gameplay. Here we are, Pegasus, a game that forces you to buy their NFTs in order to earn more money. A lot of games do that, but then again, a lot of games are not just racing simulators where the outcome is determined before the race even starts. Pegasus absolutely wrecked. Moving on to Sinverse, a game that's been in my comment section for the past month. I just cannot get rid of it. So many people talking about Sinverse, and I feel like it's a lot of bots as well talking about Sinverse, which is why I was very skeptical about whether or not I should put it on my list, because videos that have nothing to do with crypto gaming, also people say, oh, have you seen Sinverse? Oh yeah, I invested in Sinverse, I'm earning so much. And in my big time video, people say, oh yeah, you make 100 a day in big time, but in Sinverse I'm making a lot more. Will big time make as much as Sinverse? Nobody's making that much in Sinverse. It just sounds like bot comments. So let's explore what is Sinverse and their native token Sin. As the currency you will earn on the play to earn model for doing various underworld activities. Now, Sinverse is in the pre-sale phases, it has NFTs, it is play to earn, and it is on the Polygon blockchain. Available for web, it is an action shooter slash survival game. It reminds me of a little bit of those ads, you know, those ads that, you know, like level 0 Mafia Goon, and then like level 100 Mafia Boss. That's in a way what it reminds me of, but it is like a third-person game. If the graphics will be like they're shown here in the gameplay, it's not gonna be too bad. So, it's supposed to be a multiplayer game for fans of the Mafia games who want an even more immersive and interactive experience. So, it'll be a player-run economy where every decision you make can make or break your criminal empire. You rise to the top to become the ultimate kingpin. And it's a Web3 game with a play-to-earn model. They state on their website, play-to-earn, something I love to see. If Off the Grid would have just said, yes, we are an NFT game, we have NFTs, I would have been like, well, okay, you own it, that's good. If you don't want to call yourself an NFT game, just don't have NFTs in your game. They collaborate with Qcoin, apparently. The People's Exchange collaborates with the Rated R Metaverse, so that's actually not bad. Newly registered Sinverse affiliates will enjoy 20% kickback. So they're affiliates for Qcoin, and they're getting affiliate money from people who sign up to Qcoin from here. That's a genius way of earning some more money. Oh my god, man. What are people doing? So there's private lands, public lands, sustainable land, whatever that means, district land and ownership, business licenses. You can own like a gun shop and stuff. All in all, with everything we've seen, and with the fact that I'm 99% sure that bots from Sinverse were attacking my videos, this is a game I am not excited about. Moving on. Big Time! Oh yes, finally something we could talk nice things about. Big Time. Absolutely love Big Time. I did a couple videos on Big Time, did a couple shorts on Big Time. I've been playing it quite a lot in my off time. Now, I have not played it for the past couple of days, and it's been a big topic in my recent videos. Do you play a game that actually earns you money just because it earns you money, or do you play it because it's fun? Now, Big Time is both fun and it earns me money, but it's not fun enough for me to just play it straight up. So if I wasn't earning money in Big Time, I would have probably played it a lot less. So take that at what you will, take it at face value, I guess. Big Time has the potential to be really, really big as long as they keep pumping out new content and more content, because currently after you reach a certain level in Big Time, there's not much for you to do other than just grind dungeons and try to level up as much as possible. Now, some things I don't like about Big Time is how much money is needed in order to enter right now. When I was starting like more than a month ago, the entry level wasn't that bad. I invested around $200 to $300 in order to really earn in Big Time. Now, Big Time is a free-to-play game, but in order to really earn inside of it, you do need to invest. Now, the ceiling for how much you need to invest is much higher right now than it was. Now it's like $800, $900 in order to really earn some money, and you won't get ROI. When I say ROI, put text on the screen that says, in brackets, return of investment. But you won't really get ROI back really fast, considering how much the earnings have been nerfed. And Big Time makes a lot of money in their own right. They're selling NFTs left and right, and mystery boxes they're selling left and right. But for those of you who don't know about Big Time, I have dedicated videos where I explain everything there is to know about Big Time. We'll put it somewhere here on the screen and you can go ahead and watch it, obviously after you're done watching this video. But in short, you need to have two particular NFTs in order to create an item called the Hourglass. It's an NFT item that while you have it equipped on your character, you're gonna earn the Big Time tokens while just playing the game normally. So that's a very short explanation. It's way more complicated than that, obviously. There are things I don't like and there are things I love. All in all, this is S tier for me. Big Time, absolute S tier. It's a game I play and it's a game I love, and that's how I said we're gonna judge these games. So it's a game I play, it's a game I love, it's a game that has its faults, obviously, as any Web3 game has its faults, but for me, Big Time right now, I absolutely love it. I hope it doesn't crash. I hope the economy stays stable, and I hope the entry barrier becomes lower. I really do. That being said, moving on to the next game, Dead Drop. Now, I said it before, when we talk about Dead Drop, I will sound hypocritical. This is a Web 2.5 game through and through. One thing that it's not is that it's not BSing you. It doesn't act like it's so high and mighty.
Oh, I'm not an NFT game. I'm a regular game. I don't like NFTs. But you can buy my collection if you want to. It's only one Ethereum per profile picture.
Yeah, screw those games. This game, Dead Drop, owns the fact that it has NFTs, and that's something I respect. It's Web 2.5 because it does not have a coin, obviously. It's not play to earn in that sense. In a different sense, it is play to earn because you play this extraction first-person shooter game, and you're supposed to loot as many items as you can, hopefully find an NFT along the way. If you find an NFT, you're gonna want to extract as soon as possible, meaning that you have to find certain points on the map where you can be flown out of the map. And so then you will keep all the items that are on you. If you get eliminated in the meantime, you lose everything, and the person that eliminated you can just pick up your items and extract it themselves. We've been ranking Dead Drop before on the tier lists, if I remember correctly, but they have released their newest snapshot with the driving, and it still plays really well. The game is very well optimized considering how early in the alpha it is, and that you can have access to the game right now if you want, something I also love. You don't necessarily have to buy the NFT character in order to play the game, but you can if you want to. You can also just buy access to the game. Once the game does fully come out, which will probably be in like 2 years from now, I doubt it's gonna be sooner. it'll be fully free to play. All that being said, Dead Drop is not S tier for me, obviously being a Web 2.5 game, but it is a game I'm terribly excited about. Once you do extract those NFTs, you can sell them on the marketplace. So in that sense, it is, in a way, play to earn. And I'm absolutely a huge fan of Dr. Disrespect. So D tier, we have Off the Grid, which is a Web 2.5 game. A tier, we have Dead Drop, which is a Web 2.5 game. So what's really the difference? Well, the difference is Dead Drop owns the fact that it's an NFT game, whereas Off the Grid is like, oh no, we're just a regular game, but we also have NFTs. No, you're D tier. All right, moving on. Parallel. Parallel is a TCG, a trading card game, and anybody that's been watching any of my videos knows that I absolutely love TCGs. Gods Unchained being one of my favorite, if not my #1 favorite crypto game of all time. But if Gods Unchained is a medieval trading card game, a medieval themed trading card game, at least that's what it feels like, then Parallel is a futuristic themed trading card game. Now, right away, Parallel I'm very excited about. It's not S tier for me. Gods Unchained absolutely is my favorite trading card game. So just for the fact that it's a trading card game doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be S tier. Same with Splinterlands. I would put it on A tier. I'm terribly excited about card games. It's a genre I absolutely love. I play card games in real life. I play card games on my PC. I play card games on my phone. It's a genre I love. But that doesn't necessarily mean that every card game is going to be the best game I've ever played. Absolutely not. There's only a couple card games that I really love. But that being said, Parallel looks absolutely amazing. I love the futuristic feel they have to their game, and it's a game I'm terribly excited about. So therefore, it goes on the A tier. Moving on, Gala Games' Last Expedition. A first-person shooter, also an extraction game like Dead Drop. Obviously by Gala Games, made on the Gala blockchain and available only exclusively for Windows. It is in the alpha stages yet, and it's a game I have played and tried in the past. I have participated in Last Expedition events that Gala Games have organized, and I've also played it on my own. It's a game that's free to play, but it also has NFT support, and as all Gala games, it will have a sort of play to earn element. Some Gala games have a great play to earn element, some Gala games have a terrible play to earn element. Really depends on which game you play. Gala Games has a lot of games that are out, a lot of games that are still in development. It's just a huge studio. So this game was created by the development studio Certain Affinity and led by Halo 2 veteran Max Hoberman. That's one of the reasons why The Last Expedition feels a little bit like Halo, and it does feel like a true AAA experience. It's also play to earn, and it doesn't hide the fact that it's play to earn. So in The Last Expedition, players will face off a hostile alien world. Everything wants to annihilate them. And in addition to that, the game is also PvP, so you'll be also fighting against other players. The goal is to extract something, usually an orb. Maybe they're gonna have to add new game modes where you extract some other things as well. At the end of the day, I am excited about The Last Expedition, but at the same time, in its current state, the thing that I have tried, I am pretty neutral towards it. I'm ready to get mind blown, obviously, as I always am. But The Last Expedition, for me, at the moment, is in the neutral territory, but going toward me being excited about it. So all depends on how they do their play-to-earn economy and how excited I get about that part. Obviously, there's games like Dead Drop and games like Parallel where the play-to-earn economy is there, but it's not something that's the most important thing for me in those two games in particular. So that's also an interesting thing you can see here, that I don't really rate all the games based on, oh, you can earn this much, you can earn that much. Some games I just really like Dead Drop. It's a lot of fun for me. The vertical extraction shooter, come on, that's amazing. Add NFTs on top of that, psh, awesome, mind blown. Anyway, moving on to Shrapnel, a game that's about to come out very soon. Now, I am very excited about Shrapnel, but am I excited enough not to put it in the neutral category? Let's explore. Shrapnel is built on Avalanche, and it is an action shooter. Absolutely free to play with NFT support and play to earn capabilities. It is in the pre-sale phases and is about to come out in early December. I will be giving away codes for Shrapnel to you guys, to the Mindblow community. So all you have to do is join my Telegram, which is in the description down below. and that's where I'll be giving away most of the codes. So this is an intensely competitive AAA extraction shooter to fully launch on PC in 2024 with its early access in December of 2023. Now obviously Shrapnel is a game I've intensively talked about recently, and that's mostly because the release of the game is coming so soon. I've not been paid by them. I have tried to get paid by them, but no, we did nothing together. All I could manage is to get free codes for myself and free codes to give away to you guys, so all of us can enjoy the game free of charge. Well, not all of us, but you know, people who get lucky, I guess. I would love to give it to everyone, but you know, when the game does come out, it'll be free to play for everyone. So I'll give away as many codes as they give me, as many codes as I can get my hands on. So once the game does come out, we will explore the play to earn system, this reputation system they have. We will explore what the gameplay is like, and all the blockchain things included. So I don't want this to be a Web 2.5 game and get disappointed like I was with Illuvium. These are their tokenomics for their Sharp token, which is an ERC20 based token on Ethereum, but deployed on Avalanche shortly afterward. The 33% is for community rewards, so this is what we're going for. We want to get our hands on some of these sweet 33% while playing the game. Now, here's the thing. I'm excited about trying Shrapnel, but it's mostly because it's coming out so soon. I would rather put it in the neutral category here until I try it, and then maybe we can revisit it for next month's tier list and kind of see where we're at from there. I would have no problems putting it in A tier just as much. If they nail the play to earn, I don't have a problem putting it in the S tier either. But for now, let's keep it neutral. Let's keep it neutral, put it in the neutral tier, and kind of see from there. It's a game that we'll see. We're open to get our minds blown. We're open to get disappointed. Let's see. Now, Illuvium, a game I recently covered, and you might have thought from my video that I was a bit disappointed. And I was. Because I thought it's going to be a full-blown play-to-earn Web3 crypto game. You play and earn Illuvium tokens, you earn Ethereum. The whole thing, why I got excited about Illuvium in the first place was their slogan, Fight for ETH. So I thought you could fight and earn Ethereum. All of that is scratched. So the only way to earn Illuvium is if you invest money into it. So they have the Illuvium Zero system where you can earn fuel and sell it on the marketplace, and that's in a way a little bit play to earn, but it's not something we're used to. Either way, it plays well. I hope they add more content in the near future. Until then, yeah, I'm very excited about Illuvium. I'm excited about Illuvium's future. I want to put it on the S tier. I wanted it really bad. Illuvium has been going on from neutral to A tier all the time in the past couple of months for me, but currently I'll put it on the A tier, and I am a bit disappointed about even putting it on the A tier, as it doesn't have play to earn. And they also don't like the term play to earn. I was never paid by Illuvium. I'm good friends with the guys over at Illuvium. But either way, I have to share my honest opinion. So there you go. Illuvium, a game I'm very excited about, A tier.